Good morning, students. In last class, we discussing about Unit 4 and Unit 3 revision class, and given for some important questions, and also for briefly explain for some questions also. Okay. Today we discussing about the Unit 1 revision class, and also for Unit 2. Okay. If you explain the Unit 1 measurement, okay, students. Um, if you given a very important of concept, if you more than a given for one mark questions, if you given for a very important, okay, in your examination for quarterly examination, okay, so be prepared, okay. And if you first lesson, if you measurement, you first discussing about choose the best answer. So which of the following is derived unit? So if given the option of mass, time, area and length, okay, so mass, time and length is fundamental quantities, and area is derived quantity. Okay, so option is C answer. Which is the following is correct? Okay, 1 liter equal to 1 cubic centi, and 1 liter equal to 10 cubic centi, and 1 liter equal to 100 cubic centi, and 1 liter equal to 1000 cubic centi. Okay, so if you already explained of the measurement concept, okay, so if a 1 liter is 1000 cc is one is correct answer. SI unit of density, if a kilogram by meters cube, that is answer B. Okay, and then the two spheres having a equal mass and volume, ratio of 2:1, the ratio of their density is, okay, density is dash. So if your mass and value is 2:1, what is the ratio of density? Okay, so density formula mass by volume, if you substitute the values, okay, is also for the same value 2:1. Light year is a unit of distance if you're measuring the distance. Okay, so the next one, the filling the blanks. So volume of irregularly shaped of object are measured using of law, Archimedes law. Okay, so one cubic meter is equal to dash cubic center. Okay, centimeter. Okay, and 10 lakh or 10 power of 6. Density of mercury is 13,600 kilometer by meter cube. Okay, it's a constant value. One astronomical unit is equal to 1.4916 power of plus 11 meter. The area of leaf is measured is using of graphical sheet only. Okay, the next is the third, true or false. If a region of covered by boundary, the plane figure is called volume. Okay, so the question, the result is false. What is the correct answer? The region of covered by boundary, the plane figure is called area. It's not a volume. Okay, it's a area. And the volume of liquid can be then found using of measuring content is correct only. If a measuring is only container only, volume of liquid. Water is denser than kerosene. Kerosene, correct only. Okay, so if a ball of iron floated in mercury, correct. If you substance which contains less number of the molecules per unit volume said to be denser. Okay, the answer is false, which changing of is not a lesser if a more. Okay, so less number of molecules is not as a more number of molecules. Okay, and if you match the following, if you match the following area, the area is meter square. Distance, okay, the distance is light year, and density is kilogram by meter cube, and volume is volume meter cube only. Okay, so and mass, mass if a kilogram, if we considering the kilogram. And next area, if area is plane figure. Length is rope. Density is a gram by centicube. And volume is measuring jar. Okay, fifth one, mass, the mass is the amount of substance. Okay, the arranging the following in incorrect sequence. Okay, 1 liter, 10 cc, and 10 liter and 100 cc. If you are arranging the value 10 cc, 100 cc, and 1 liter and 10 liter. Okay, so if your minimum value is to maximum value. Copper, aluminum, gold, iron, aluminum, iron, copper, gold. Okay, so using analog with filling the blanks. Area is meter square, volume is meter cube, liquid is liter, and solid is centimeter cube. And water is kerosene, dash is aluminum, iron is aluminum. And assertion and reason questions is given for the three questions. The first question, both assertion and reason is correct explanation. Okay, so marking the correct I choose of as. Okay, first one, if a volume of a stone is found using of measuring the cylinder. Stone is an irregular shape of object. Okay, so what is the answer? If you both assertion reason true and the reason is correct for the explanation of assertion. First one, wood floated in water. Water is transported liquid. Both assertion reason is true and is suppose if second is reason is not correct explanation of the assertion. Okay, if a correct one, density of water more than of density of wood. Okay, iron ball is sink in water. Water is denser than of iron. Okay, this also for assertion reason is correct but not explanation is correct. Okay, density is iron is more than of water. Okay, and give them very short answer. If a first question, name of the some derived quantities, area, volume and density, you already writing for of your classwork note. Okay, just you read again the read of a very small a very short answer is very important question also for your examination of quarterly. Okay, for the give the value of one light year and how the formula of find the area of cylinder. Okay, give the formula of density of object and name of the liquid is in ball in sink, very important question. And question number 6, name of the unit used in measuring the density of the crystal of object. What is the density of gold is constant value. Okay, so give the short answer. The give the short answer is 5 questions having here. Okay, give the importance for of the 5 questions. And what is the derived quantities, what is the fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Okay, if you distinction between the volume of liquid and container. Okay, so volume of liquid and capacity of container if different means. Okay, so define the density of object. Okay, what is a 1 light year, how can you find out the 1 light year, what is a unit also you writing must. Okay, to define one astronomical unit. It's also 2 more question. If you answer the details, first question, the graphical method describe the graphical method, the area of irregular shape of the plant. Okay, this already explained for of taking the classes. In a leaf is given of value. Okay, how can you find out the value of measuring the values already explained. Okay, now if very important question, how will be determine the density of using of measuring jar. Okay, so measuring jar question is also a very important question. Okay, some of the questions and the answer is also explained for of higher things. Okay, and the sums very important. Numerical problem. What is a numerical problem? First problem, a circular disc has a radius of 10 centimeter. Find the area of this disc in the meter square. If you given the constant value pi value 3.14, given the data's radius of 10 centimeter, if it's changing the meter 0.1 meter, pi value is given. Find out the value of circular area of A. Okay, what is the formula? Area of circle pi r square. Substitute the value of pi value and r value and multiply the value of 0.0314 meter square. Okay, so if numerical problem also if very important. If the dimensions, if dimensions of if a dimensionless of a school playground 18 meter 800 meter into 500 meter, find the ground of find the area of ground. Okay, if a formula lntb, if you give the data is l value is 800 and then b value is 500, if you multiply the value of 4 lakh meter square. Okay, and third question, if you sphere of the sphere of same size of made from the copper and iron of respectively, find the radio of between the masses and density of 8900 of kilometer meter square and kilogram meter square and iron of 7800 of kilogram meter square. Okay, if you given the two values, mass and density, suppose if general formula density equal to mass by volume, if you change the formula mass equal to density by volume. Okay, so if a two values given, mass of c and mass of d value and b 1 and 2 of mc value and then dc into v and m1 value and d1 into v. Okay, if you taken up two values, mc is equal to m1, if it mean if a ratio of 1 is to 4 1.14 it is to 1, that is the answer. Okay, and remind the questions also for explain of then taking the class time. Okay, and fourth and fifth question, children is also very important of questions numerical problem. Okay, you see, and if you carefully if you read, okay, you see the next class for the second unit. For the second unit is force and motion. The next class if we discussing then second class, second unit revision. Okay, thank you students. See you in the next class. Thank you.